Welcome to Decades, hosted by Chris Rubio. Decades is a show made up of 5 generations of people brought together to discuss topics you wouldn't normally talk about with others. The goal of the show is to learn by having some good, possibly heated discussions, without losing the simple fact that it's okay to talk to different people with different opinions other than your own.
Welcome to Decades. We are live on LinkedIn, YouTube, Facebook, and of course the NGBN.TV network. We've got big things coming your way. Welcome to Decades. I should have said that. My name is Chris Rubio. Hopefully everyone's as excited as I am. Make sure you post, comment, share the links to everyone wherever you're watching. Let me bring out the guy that's really doing everything for the show. He's the lighter, the boomer, the gaffer, part-time elf. You'll understand why when you see him in a second. Give it up for Sub 60 Ed.
Merry Christmas, Rubio! I am so glad to be back in Virginia. It was so cold the other night in the big man sleigh. Anyway, just kidding, everybody. Just happy to be here. Christmas time. Looking for a fun show. Should be good.
We're going to have a great show. We're going to introduce our panelists. Let's start with the youngest one. Representing our 20s, we've got Charles Walls Jr. He's a Philly resident, 2-time wiffle ball champion, host of Gridiron to Goalposts, and loves AI blondes. How is your holiday season going so far, Chalice?
It's another day in paradise every day. I can't complain too much.
Is this your sweet spot right now due to the fact that there's so many bowl games going on right now?
Oh, yeah. We just cashed on over 58.5 in Rice and Texas State right before we came on the air. So I'm feeling
Did you see that by 5 minutes into the third quarter, they sold out of all the booze in the stadium?
Did they really?
Yeah, they did. By third quarter, it was done. Game over.
I wasn't even there.
And you didn't even bet on that.
No, I should have. I should have parlayed.
All right, let's go to our 40s. The smoothest man, host of AC Sports Live, lives in L.A., went to school with me, AC Cobbs. What's going on, AC?
Hey, man, same old. Glad to be here on this hot show, Decades. Let's do it.
AC, you look a little tanner right now, a little bit more caramely. Did you just get back from somewhere?
The family had a nice little trip to Hawaii to watch the San Jose State Spartans play against the Coastal Carolina Chanticleers.
Okay, and now
we got the L.
Yeah, I saw that. And fun fact, AC and I, 28 years ago, so in 1995, we were teammates at UCLA, and we were playing Kansas in the Aloha Bowl. So it was 1995 Kansas Jayhawks in the Aloha Bowl, and we got absolutely throttled. AC, did it bring back some bad vibes when you were there?
Bad vibes, man. Sandy Beach getting slammed before the game, riding scooters, getting in trouble, getting arrested, all the bad stuff that happened pregame just kept going as the kickoff started, and it just kept scoring and kept scoring. And it was just all bad. Bad memories.
Yeah, hopefully we'll get you back into a good mood now that you're back on the mainland. Representing our 50s, Jim Scarano. Jim is from Ocean City, New Jersey, an avid outdoorsman, father of 2, and a public educator. Jim, what's up?
What's up? I'm so glad AC got back safely. AC, what is a chandelier? What did they lose to?
It is a
chandelier.
Very fancy way to name a fighting rooster.
Oh, so you got to see a cockfight.
Not in those words.
I didn't know that was part of my intro, Rubio, but it's all good, man.
Something like that.
You opened the door for me, Jim, and I'm walking right in it.
Let's call 3-0.
Representing our 60s, we've got Jay Gaskell, otherwise known as the Judge. He's an Idaho native, Seahawks fan, go Hawks, retired district court judge, and makes the best old-fashioned in the Northwest, allegedly. What's up, Judge?
Merry Christmas, Rubio. Idaho, ho, ho.
Merry Christmas, Judge. All right. Remember, if you guys have any questions, you can always email us, rubio@therubiomethod.com or ngbntved@gmail.com. And remember, we're live on Facebook, YouTube, LinkedIn, and of course, ngbn.tv. Our first topic, this was a viral tweet that went viral from Rashard Mendenhall. Sub 60, can you put it up, please? It says, I'm sick of average white guys commenting on football. You're not even good at football. Can we please replace the Pro Bowl with an all-black versus all-white bowl so these cats can stop trying to teach me who's good at football? I'm better than your GOAT standing for greatest of all time. All right, Sub 60, I got to know right out of the gate. Chalice, you seem to watch the most football out of everyone. What is your thoughts on this? Could this, number one, who wins this game? Let's just go around real quick. I'm going to hit every one of you real quick. Who wins the all-white versus all-black game? Chalice, yes, white or black?
I gotta say white. I just have to.
Okay.
I gotta be a homer.
Okay, Judge.
Black.
Okay, Jim.
Black.
AC.
Black.
Sub 60.
Oh, black.
Wow. Okay.
Rubio.
I'm gonna go white.
Ooh.
I'm gonna go white simply because what my other job, is special teams, and I think let's just be honest, the whites are gonna wipe up on that.
So
I think there's only been one black long snapper in the league. That was Rob Green, and that was, I want to say, in the 90s. So that's I mean, you can't snap a ball. What are you going to do here? I mean, this is a major issue. All right, Chalice. Now, tell me why, Chalice. Why do you say Team White?
Look at me. No, but in all seriousness, though, outside of, I know it was like a silly tweet and people made jokes about it, but in all seriousness, outside of the secondary, which is a big problem, there's a lot of good white guys in the NFL. Everywhere besides the secondary, I don't think it's going to be as lopsided as people might expect. Jesus Christ.
Okay. AC, what's your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think when you field a team, you have to consider every position. Now, like you said, special teams will be an issue, but if you don't have to punt, you don't have to punt. You don't have to kick a field, you go for two. I think the defensive tackle, nose tackle, and cornerback position will really be handicapped for the white guys. But I hate the topic, though. I hate it. It's divisive, it's racist, but I don't think he was very calculated in why he tweeted that. If you're tired of comments by pundits and talking heads, it has nothing to do with how good someone actually is. I think it's apples and oranges what he's talking about. It doesn't make any sense. So he's retracting it. He's apologizing because he made a stupid bonehead comment tweet. One doesn't have anything to do with the other. But if you have to have a game, I would rather see the NBA Europeans versus Americans, something like that. But as far as football is concerned, why would you make up a topic like this? It's so divisive and alienating. So I hate the whole topic in its entirety.
And then you got to also think, where do you put anyone that's got like white mom, black dad? White dad, black mom. Where do you put the Islanders? What's the guy from the Rams?
If you get pulled over by the cops, I think there's your answer. Dave Chappelle skit with a racial draft. You guys can have Patrick Mahomes if we can have Christian McCaffrey.
We need him.
Or Max Crosby. He acts like a brother. Yeah.
We need Max Crosby bad.
he freestyle rap.
I mean, I think the team White is locking down McCaffrey as the running back, obviously. And then it's one of those things. Are you doing it over time, or is it just this year? Is it just this year? Judge, what are your thoughts on this?
All pro.
Well, I agree with AC. I think that there's a few positions, obviously, that tend to be white, like the non-athletic long snappers. For your real athletes, I think it's, I think for most of the positions that matter, other than the big fat guys in the lines, which can go either way, like 57% of the NFL is black and like only 13% of the population is black. So obviously there's something going on there. I think obviously the fan base of the NFL is white. So I think they would have a louder crowd, and maybe the home field advantage do them some good.
Okay. So where would this game be played? Would you have to put it right in the middle in Texas? What about the Kelsey brothers? Yeah, that knocks down two white positions right there.
No, it's center. Kelsey ain't touching the field.
Which
that
Kelsey?
Tight end ain't touching the field.
Which one?
The tight end?
Tight end. He's washed.
Yeah, he's having a rough time right now. But then I love his fat brother and how much he cheats every snap where he accidentally moves the ball up about a foot and a half.
If you ain't cheating, you ain't trying to win, baby.
Get off
I mean, it's so great because you can obviously see that he's doing it. Like he puts the ball down and it's so like when they do the tush push or whatever, he's already half a yard ahead. What a great move by that. And then what about coach? Does the coach have to be white and black?
Yeah, everything.
I don't think he thought of all those questions.
It was a very bonehead tweet. It really is something. If you could retract, that's a mulligan.
It's a great topic. I'm having fun.
It's fun.
So did anyone know what time he tweeted that or posted that? Was it 7:30?
5:45 a.m. 5:48 a.m.
Listen,
Oh,
what is he
so
tired
he's
of?
coming back from the bar, or is he in Vegas? I mean, or is he waking up that early with those thoughts in his mind?
Who tweets that early?
Yeah,
why
I mean,
don't you just
that's
stay
what I'm saying.
away?
Was he in Vegas?
Just stay away from social media and don't listen to it and do your thing. Like, what are you worried about?
Well, he's always been an opinionated player, and he's always had some way out thoughts. Now he gets to air them out, and we get to hear how crazy he sounds whenever he says something.
Yeah.
You know, and it's sad because this is forever. You can say I apologize all you want. I didn't mean this all you want, but it's getting worse, man.
Maybe he's fishing. Maybe he's just trolling.
Well, he got popular again. He's trending again, so that works.
Yeah, he's trending again for all the wrong reasons. And wasn't one of his last plays like a fumble in the Super Bowl?
Yeah, that's why I think that's why I tweeted it. Clay Matthews lit him up, and he fumbled the Super Bowl away.
Oh, that's not that good. Who was a running back? I don't watch football besides the Hawks.
Yeah,
but is he saying I'm better than Tom Brady?
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, who is my goat? Is my goat everybody's goat?
But that's too like that's AC said that's apples and oranges. I mean, that's not even. It's
you're not even the best running back of your generation. Like,
yeah, you're not even the best running back on your team.
I forgot that he played
the
football.
Steelers, right? He played for the Steelers.
Yeah. So you have Franco Harris and who was it? Jerome Bettis.
But he didn't play with those guys. He just.
I don't care. I still take them over him.
Oh, any day of the week.
I'd take Connor
They're
over.
both Hall of Famers.
Take Rocky Blyer over him.
Who?
He was
Rocky
decent for a
Blyer?
season or two.
God, Rubio, please tell me you know who Rocky Blyer is.
I have no Judge. Do I know who Rocky Blyer is? Does he play for the Hawks?
No, I did not. He's too old for you, Rubio.
Oh, okay. Then no, I don't. I watched the Hawks.
He was in the backfield with Franco Harris. Got two toes shot off in Vietnam and came back and played.
There's a movie.
down.
There's a movie about his life.
Okay.
Is it what AC just called it? Eight toes down? Is that what it's called?
Yeah, not too soon. It was many years ago, so it's pretty.
Oh.
It's right on time.
All right. So, Judge, who would be your coach?
Would be my coach?
Yeah.
Pete, of course.
Pete Carroll, good. Charles, who would be your coach?
Oh man, I see. There's so many options. We got a lot of coaching options. I think we could assemble quite the staff. Belichick seems like the obvious answer, but he hasn't been good without Brady. You could go Pete. Pete's got a great track record. I'm partial to Kyle Shanahan, but
Okay. Jim, who would be your coach?
He has to be coaching now.
For which team?
You said Team Black, so you got to pick a black guy.
All right.
Two or three choices.
That's the best.
Yeah, I was gonna say you got Tomlin and Tomlin.
The best coach that the Steelers have had in years.
the only coach they've had in years.
I was gonna say, yeah, what's it been 15 years?
There's a
He's
reason.
so good at it.
He's that good.
Okay, AC, who do you got?
The Dolphins head coach claims to be half. So Mike is it Mike McDaniels? Is his name McDaniels?
Yeah.
McDaniels? Mike McDaniels. He's an innovative guy, interesting guy.
He's got African American in him. There's way.
His dad's black.
Really?
I was reading somewhere but he doesn't claim it. He says I saw lots of articles. He goes, "I'm a fan of being a human."
Yeah,
that's what he keeps saying.
He's about as black as Mariah Carey.
Yeah. He's an interesting one. All right. In case you haven't noticed, or we even talked about it, we have a little game we're going to be playing throughout the show. And towards the end of it, so we're going to obviously have you stay around. Jim has a phenomenal cup. Okay, Jim, can you tell us where it's from and who made it?
Yes, I can. So this came from my neighbor around the corner. His name is Ed Coleman, and he has the most amazing machine in his garage. He can do anything. He did this beverage style tumbler for me. This is the golf course that I work at, and these are like dimples. He's got another one. He's got one like that you can do as a football. It looks like leather, and then you just put whatever you want on there. But this is our gift tonight, okay? We have a decades insulated mug, all right? It's got the lid that comes off, and then on the back side is our network, NGBN TV, which will be launching at the end of this month. So nice. I think it's a great gift. It's going to be free to somebody.
Fantastic. So hopefully you guys are all paying attention to everything. On that note, Sub 60, do you have a little tech tip from us, from Gru? Take us to commercial, my man.
You have been watching Decades, a show on the NGBN.TV network.
This tip is called How to Automate Laptop Screen Brightness for Your Tired Eyes. Blue light is well known to interfere with our ability to sleep. Windows has an automatic light switcher that allows users to adjust automatically to warmer colors when lighting in the environment changes. To set this up, right-click the Start button, search Night Light, and click on it. Select Schedule Night Light and then set whatever hours you like. This tip is brought to you by Alex on Tech.
The decades. Take it away, Rubio.
Okay, so now that was a decent tip from Gru. We're very sad that he's not here, but he should have done something for Apple too. Not everyone's working with like sub 68 on like a 1982 Atari 2600 computer. All right, so that's number one. Number two, welcome back to Decades. We're live on Facebook, YouTube, and LinkedIn. We have Chalice, AC, Jim, and the Judge with us right now. The next topic we're going to tackle is football. Okay, we're going to stay on football. Is tackle football on its way out? And to me, because you had the whole concussion issue a while back, and I guess it's still going around, it seems that less and less you're getting popular football being played throughout the country. I can tell you it's definitely out here in Idaho where you're getting less and less people playing. And to me, it's weird because I think football's as soft as it's ever been right now. I think there was a tackle yesterday, someone, Alex or AC, you guys will know, where the fat guy jumped on the quarterback, and as he was falling, he literally went like this. So his fatness went on the guy, but not his arms, and they still called roughing the passer. I mean, there's nothing that guy can do. I mean, he's 300 pounds of love coming down on the quarterback. There's nothing you could do. The judge and I are always yelling about, the helmet-to-helmet contact, because if you're going to call that, you could literally call it any time a running back goes to the middle. They're lowering their head like a ram. They have to for safety purposes. So, Judge, do you think tackle football is on its way out? And are the rules as soft as they ever been?
Well, definitely the rules are as soft as they've ever been. I mean, in the old days, most of those great players couldn't even be playing. But I think it is on the way out for youth football. I don't think there's any doubt. The statistics show that youth football from 6 through high school is all going down in usage since about 2008. It's down anywhere from 32% at certain age groups, the younger age groups, to 7 or 8% for high school football, except of course in the South and Texas. I don't think it's going to die for the NFL or college ball. I think that keeps going. I think big money keeps that going. They've just got too much television revenue, too much viewership.
I would agree. AC, what's your thoughts on this?
I think the decline might come to a halt with the new NIL phenomenon, because now I think parents will see the reward is much greater than the risk, because basketball is just as dangerous. Baseball is just as dangerous. There's just not as many kids playing. So the numbers are kind of skewed in that matter. Parents who see their kids love a sport, they'll do anything for them. They got kids doing mixed martial arts, punching each other in the face. So it's not just parents being like more protective of their kids. It's just the overall idea. Can my son or daughter benefit from this sport long term? I don't think it's going to absolutely go away, but I think the age might rise up as far as tackle football is concerned. Football is not going anywhere, especially with now kids getting millions of dollars in high school. So I think it's going to kind of come back to a steady number that's going to stay right around, in the middle, because there are parents who still see the benefits long term of a free education and possibly making an NIL deal that brings $1 million before it grows.
Well, yeah, because back when we were playing, when men were men, of course, it was the whole thing was get your kid a scholarship, get your kid a scholarship, get your kid a scholarship. Now it's get your kid a scholarship and $1 million. I mean, it's so the bent over to this way. Chalice, what's your thoughts on this?
I think that the rules are absolutely as soft as they've ever been. But I agree with everybody else in terms of the NFL is not going anywhere. College football is not going anywhere. They both just bring in way too much revenue. I do think the decline in youth football, though, is, I don't want to say a bit of an issue, because obviously the leagues aren't going to go anywhere like the NFL, college, but I think it's important to teach kids the fundamentals of tackling and of how to play the game at a young age. And I think when they're small, when they're younger, you can instill the principles in them pretty well. If they're never really getting used to contact until they're, hitting their teenage years, I think that's a bit of an issue.
Well, and if you've ever watched youth football, like we're talking age third grade, so was that 8 years old, 9 years old, 10 years old? It's just like basically dominoes hitting each other. You see maybe, I think, one good hit a year where you go, oh, that's a good one. I mean, I think they did a study where like 90% of the concussions for kids are just when they fall and they hit their head on the turf. Because, you know, I always played on grass until I went to UCLA and got to see real turf, but that was that ghetto turf. Remember that AC, like at Cal, where it was like, or even WSU, where it was like seventh grade school carpet, or like a gas station island. That's the carpet. It was just, you pull up the turf and it was this thin and it was just cement. It wasn't this nice rubber, but they fall and hit their head on the turf and boom, that gives them a concussion because they're not having any big hits on this. So, I mean, I don't see the big thing. And like Chalice said, someone like me, AC, when did you start playing football? What age?
When I was 10.
See, when you were 10, I wasn't allowed to play tackle football until I was 15 because I was too fat. And in LA, where I lived, you had it to be done by weight limit. So yes, at third grade, I could have played, but I would have been playing with eighth graders because I was just a little obese, as they call it. Jim, what's your thoughts on this?
Well, you got a lot of different things you're throwing in there. At the youth level, I would say that involvement is down slightly, but I think the overall picture is to keep as many kids in the sport. So you're seeing a lot more flag football leagues and things like that too. The parent that's a little bit concerned about safety will, sign their kid up for that. They feel like they're still learning the game. Of course, they're not learning how to tackle or hit or anything like that. Just keeping the sport popular enough that maybe if they change their mind in high school, I don't know. But there's definitely more injuries like I see in the middle school. 2 weeks into the season, you'll see like 3 of the 8th graders, or, one's on crutches, the other one's got his arm in a sling. I don't think they condition very well.
Judge, this is a legal question. How long until one of these bowls? So AC, what was the bowl you were at?
I was at the Hawaii Bowl, but it's now called it's not Aloha Bowl anymore. It's just a Hawaii Bowl.
So yeah, when we played back in '95 against Kansas, it was the Aloha Bowl. Okay, and so let's say AC, let's say it's now, and we're playing, and AC's our star player. At what point, Judge, do you think the Aloha Bowl or Hula Bowl or whatever it's called now will sue a team because all of a sudden AC says, you know what, I'm not playing. I don't want to ruin my draft status, or I'm in the portal now. I'm out of here. Can they legally do that? Can like the Tostitos Bowl do anything for that?
No, because they're contracting with the team, not the individual players. So it wouldn't matter what each individual player does. I think you've seen that with the Bulls this year. That
I know it's terrible.
Yeah. So I don't think they can do it with the individual player.
Go ahead, AC.
Do you guys think that that's coming? The Bowl will contract with the star player. Make sure that guy's playing and give him $1 million. You come and play, you get $1 million.
Right.
Like can the school contract, Judge, with the player?
NIL.
I would assume with NIL they can, yeah.
He's now in
like say, okay, Chalice, we're taking you as fullback. You're for Team White, but you have to play in a bowl game if we get to a bowl game. Can they do that, Judge?
And you can't cut your mustache as part of the deal.
100% no. I mean, that's the whole thing.
It's the attraction.
So, Judge, a school can do that?
I think so. I don't see a reason they couldn't.
But okay, so let's say next, can the Tostitos Bowl say, okay, we're going after Charles Wallace. He's at Temple University in Philly. He's coming to the Tostitos Bowl. Can they, before they even offer it, because they have to go see the school, the bowl always says, yeah, we'd like to take you. You have this huge fan base. That's why Notre Dame always goes everywhere, things like that. Or even Nebraska, even though they've been out for like 8 years. Can they make a contract with him and just say, hey, Charles, we're signing a contract with you that you have to play?
I think they would make it with the school and say, we are contracting with you to do this bowl game with the proviso that this list of players is playing in that game.
Yeah, I can't see
to get that money. It'll be on the school's responsibility to find $1 million from a donor.
Ian says they won't sue. They will revenue share with the best players to get them to play. Yeah, I mean that seems like the obvious thing. Charles, is that what you're thinking as well? Something like that, where they instead of the UCLA gets $20 million for the bowl game, we're going to set aside $5 million, so our top 5 studs each get $1 million to make sure they play.
Yeah, I mean whatever they got to do to. I'm sure they're getting to this point because there's so many players opting out now. Every bowl game, and it's not even just like the big schools where players are opting out. There's so many players opting out of every bowl game. And now with the transfer portal rules, there's so many. If you go on, like when I'm looking for Gridiron to Goalpost and I'm looking like, all right, who's opted out of this bowl game? And I go on the website and look at the list. Each team's got a list a mile long of guys that are either opting out for draft prep or in the transfer portal. So I think there's going to have to be something done to ensure that they're getting their best guys to play, or else we're just going to see the viewership of the bowl games keep declining.
Yeah, I would agree 100% with that. I'd also agree that it's time for a commercial. Sub 68, can you take us out? Make sure you share.
Have been watching Decades, a show on the NGBN.TV network.
Attention, gentlemen of distinction. Introducing NGBN.TV, the television network designed exclusively for men in their 40s, 50s, and 60s. Your go-to destination for entertainment that speaks to you, inspires you, and celebrates the incredible journey of manhood. And here's the exciting news. NGBN.TV is coming to Roku, Apple TV, Amazon, and your favorite mobile devices. Whether you're a sports enthusiast, seeking self-improvement, or just looking for a good laugh, NGBN.TV has got you covered. Entertainment, inspiration, brotherhood. Coming soon to Roku, Apple TV, Amazon, and mobile devices. NGBN.TV, where men thrive.
Back to Decades. Take it away, Rubio.
Welcome back to Decades for AC, Jim, the Judge, and Chalice. We're live on YouTube, Facebook, and LinkedIn, and of course the NGBN.TV network. Make sure you really go onto the website of NGBN.TV. There is a ton of shows on there. We've got AC Sports Live, we've got Post, and probably I think 29 others that are just fantastic. You're gonna find something you like. I promise you. I promise you. I promise you. Sub 60 Ed, come on real quick. I got a question for you. I want to make sure I don't get yelled at later. Do I have time for 2 more questions or 2 more topics, or do you want me to just do 1?
We can go 2 if we don't go too long. How's that for vagueness?
That's good.
Yeah.
That's all right.
Go
Very
ahead.
political answer right there. All right. So Dr. Jill Biden on October 27th, 2020 wrote, Dr. Jill Biden, of course, is Joey B's wife, wrote, "Decency is on the ballot." Because obviously going against El Trumpo, saying he's a bad man, you know, he mean tweets this, he's racist that, he does all this, he hates, you know, illegal immigration, puts the kids in cages and all that. And so for the last 3 years, the people on the right have been saying, whoa, you said decency on the ballot, and then all this is happening. And so for those that are in sort of a vortex, let's look at what's been happening. Sub 60?
Character is on the ballot. Compassion is on the ballot. Decency, science, democracy, they're all on the ballot. Who we are as a nation, what we stand for, and most importantly, who we want to be, that's all on the ballot.
How old are you, 17?
And the choice could not be more clear.
Okay, so that's obviously quite an interesting video showing everything from Hunter allegedly doing some tootskis in the White House where he left something, to transgenders flashing everyone at the White House, to, I think it was an Easter bunny twerking. I don't know what was happening in that one, to Joey B is at the funeral or for the 13 soldiers, and he's looking at his watch the entire time. Chalice, has decency been put back on the ballot?
If you consider that decency, I guess so, but that I don't have a dictionary on me, but that doesn't fit my definition of decency.
Okay, let's go to the judge. Judge, what is your thoughts?
Well, I think what Dr. Biden was talking about was decency in the candidates, not people that you have no control over. She's talking about the election and the results of an election, and I think she's inferring, rightly so in my opinion, that Trump is not decent in his tactics. I mean, he went from everywhere from I'm rich, I can grab pussy, to making fun of a disabled reporter, to on. And I think that's what she was referring to, was the decency of elected officials, not necessarily aides or crowds or different genders or whatever, but actually the people running for election.
So you think that Joey B has been doing, he's a more decent president and everything that he touches, because it's not just the person, it's how they affect the country.
I think he's more decent in his campaigning and his relationships with others that he makes public. Donald Trump came on the scene and made everyone that disagreed with him, he made up a disparaging nickname, which was a new phenomenon. And it just totally changed the way that politicians approach things. And I think that's the decency she was talking about. And I agree with her.
Yeah, El Trumpo was definitely not a politician. He was a business dude that happened to be running the country as well as corporations. AC, you look a little confused. What's your thoughts on this?
Well, I had to look it up because, like I said, I keep away from negative everything. But, you know, when this comes out, you have to kind of stop, kind of look back and see what's the angle, what's the origin. So, stemming from some sex tapes that were released that was happening in the briefing room, two men were having whatever. And I'm like, what does that have to do with her tweet? You know, like the judge said, she was talking about my husband is more decent than Trump. And that's what she was tweeting about. It wasn't about, well, I can't guarantee that everyone that works during our administration is going to be decent. And I have to always stop myself, who is without sin? And you have the Dems and the reps and you know, the independents in between. Be careful who you're calling righteous, because none righteous, no, not one. And that's coming from the good book. So I'm slow to jump on these topics because yeah, it might seem like Joey B's more decent, but more decent than not being decent at the same time. Her tweet or her comment was, my husband is a decent man in comparison to his opponent. And these other allegations of what's happening, why was there a camera in that room? And why was this? I mean, I'm starting to think it was an inside job, because you got to know.
They were videotaping it themselves.
Then you have to know.
Yeah, I mean, they were doing it on purpose, like they were going to, you know, enjoy themselves later to it, I guess.
Yeah, the intent of the release of this footage was, because you learned this at UCLA, first day of Com 101. It's always a source and it's always a reason why this stuff gets released. So I was like, okay, side eye watching from the side.
Yeah, we had a couple comments come in on Facebook and YouTube and LinkedIn. So it is decent to use your son to funnel money from China. I mean, that's the whole Hunter Biden thing where the whole laptop disinformation. They had, I think, was it 50 agents, FBI agents say, no, it wasn't. Then all of a sudden, oh, yeah, it is. And then he said it wasn't his laptop. And now they say he's suing. They're saying, yes, it is my laptop. You shouldn't have had it. So it becomes back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Jim, what's your thoughts on this?
Well, I saw somebody just chimed in, amen, AC. That's exactly what I was thinking. Happened to be my sister. Thank you, Glory, for watching. Reverend AC, I totally agree with you. I don't really think any of them are decent because I hate politics. Anybody that knows me knows that I can't stand it. I don't like talking about it. I'll save time. We'll move on to the next topic. How about that?
What did I just watch? Holy cow, Nana Mona. Yeah, I apologize for that, Nana Mona, but that's something that's out there on the X or Twitter, whatever you want to call it, and it's just all over the place. And you're obviously not going to see most of that on mainstream media at all. So, is the country a more decent place? I'll throw that one out, Judge. Is the country a more decent place than it was under El Trumpo?
No, I think it started to decline, that we haven't corrected. I was old school, where even when the politicians debated, they didn't make personal attacks. They didn't make up nicknames. They talked about the issues. That seems to be gone now. No, I don't think it's been changed at all. I think it's on a downhill trend, which is very disturbing.
The worst part about the media to me is, like when you said, we ask a question, AC, who is your favorite football team? And he goes, well, I kind of like them all. And so, no, AC, what's your favorite football team? Well, back in the day, it was, no, what is your favorite football team? And no media ever does that. Like, they just ask a question. Politician A and politician B just have their cut and paste answers that they say for every single thing. And no one says, okay, but you didn't answer the question. Let's go back. And I think that's the big part. AC, your thoughts?
Well, it kind of goes back to our last episode. And what can you say when the cameras are rolling and they're recording? You can't even say the truth. We saw the presidents of the Ivy League schools not able to say what their truth is because they were going to get fired. Well, here we go. What's decent? A more decent America? I mean, it's now live your best life. Do you? There are no rules. You can't tell me anything. I can go anywhere I want to go. I can go into any bathroom I want to go into. I can name myself whatever I want to name myself. I can identify anything I want to identify myself as. You can't say anything to me or you're going to get canceled. So it's a place in the universe that I know my Heavenly Father is not pleased. We are out here doing whatever we want to do, and the devil's laughing. Not to get preachy, but it seems like it's the wild, wild west, and politics is not a place for that. We want to have decent human beings, but now we don't know what decent is because you're not allowed to label. You're not allowed to say what is right. You're not allowed to say what is wrong. You have to stay in the middle and not ruffle any feathers. And it's a very tough place to raise kids. I know that for sure.
Great comment right now. If the country was a company, every leader would be fired for poor performance from Ian Hill. Yeah, 100%. On a side note, when AC was just going off right now, did anyone remember the Titans vibes when Rev was introduced and the whole team was like, Rev? Am I the only one that felt that there?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was like, holy, this is Rev, man. He's going to rush for 1,000 yards.
Hey,
Rev was the quarterback.
You ready to run, Rev? Yes, sir.
When he was the quarterback, right?
What was that play call? That play call was magnificent. It was.
Well, it all started when you had to get Team White Ryan Gosling out of there. He was a liability.
But when you got Sunshine at quarterback, baby, we got some action.
Sunshine was a golden arm. He was so good, but Ryan Gosling was so bad. All right, we got one more commercial. We're coming back for our final fun segment. And don't forget, right when we come back, too, we're going to have a little contest. Hopefully you guys have been paying attention. Sub 60 Ed, take us out, my man.
You have been watching Decades, a show on the NGBN.TV network.
This is NGBN TV, a network for men and home to top experts, speakers, authors, and more. Streaming TV for men, created by men.
But why?
Why are we a network that inspires,
Educates, entertains, celebrates, and supports
men in their 40s, 50s, and 60s, simply to save men's lives.
There is an epidemic in our community,
and it's taking men from us.
I'm talking about mental health and suicide.
But we have an answer, and it's streaming, live shows, sports, concerts, and more.
In a real way for men to lock shields.
We can't wait to launch this TV network for you and with you.
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 Join our movement at NGBN.TV, coming January 2024.
Welcome back to Decades. Take it away, Rubio.
I'm locking shields with Ed. I finally found a shield for him.
Where is it?
I wanted you to split
It's
the
actually with
helmet.
my yellow.
I wanted you to. Where's the helmet? I thought you were
It's
putting the helmet
right
back
there.
on.
It hurts too much. I don't know. My head got bigger or something.
Your
but
head
I got you a
got
shield.
bigger.
So I'm going to mail this to you so you could lock
Oh,
shield.
your head got bigger.
Maybe-
All right.
AC's got one right now too.
There you go. I think you guys are all funny.
All right.
That's great.
So we're gonna start a topic here. Let's see. Favorite Christmas movie and scene within that movie. We can do everyone's been talking is Die Hard a Christmas movie, and I was on a show with AC. The Ride with Chevy and Nasty is also on the NGBN.TV network. And AC, you went down a wormhole of other movies that have Christmas in them that could be or could not be. My personal take is Die Hard 100%. We'll just go around the horn real quick. Die Hard, yes, is a Christmas movie because it's got Christmas, and I'm a Christmas guy, so anything that has Christmas in it, immediate Christmas movie. Chalice, Die Hard, Christmas movie, yes or no?
Never saw it.
Oh.
Kids. What the hell?
What?
Have you been in a coma?
What?
Even in a pandemic.
25.
So what?
Well, dude, it's on like every hour in December.
Homework assignment.
Yeah, homework assignment.
It was pre.
Yeah.
You know how many games are on this time of year, Rubio?
I
2000.
understand, but my God, what the hell?
That's
Remind
like
me
a
of Dallas Senior. That should be.
Yeah.
I started
Yeah.
showing my kids that movie, I think, at age 4. I said, you got to learn about Nakatomi Plaza right now.
Yippee-ki-yay.
Yeah. Okay, sub 60. Die Hard, yes or no?
Oh, without a doubt. Yes.
Without a doubt, yes or no?
Yes. Hard
Okay.
yes. It
The
is.
Judge?
Best Christmas movie ever.
Oh. Judge, I would have thought you would have said Rudy.
Well, that's kind of a stretch. There's only one scene in Rudy.
I can't stand Judge's favorite movie is Rudy, and I always can't. I tell him I can't stand it because his girlfriend cheats on him with the boyfriend or the brother right when he comes back. So she pisses me off throughout the whole movie. Charles, have you seen Rudy?
No.
Oh my god.
Oh, are
we
you?
can't,
Oh,
we can't be friends, man.
Wow.
Yeah,
If you're
I know.
watching right now,
We're gonna lose like
let's-
3 viewers in a minute if you keep bashing
Yeah,
Notre Dame.
let's everyone email
Stop.
ngbntv gmail.com
It
or
doesn't
Rubio at the
matter,
Rubio
Gloria.
method.com. Yeah, Gloria Scarano just said you're a child. I don't even think he's
Oh, yeah,
I
that
think he's
doesn't
less than a
matter.
child. I think he's a damn
Talk
toddler.
about Chalice.
No.
Have you seen A Christmas Story?
Please, on and off. Like when it's on, I hate when they do that marathon of it and it's just on for 2 days
gotta-
or a day and a half straight. It's ridiculous.
Go drink your beer.
Have you
We'll
seen
be
like
over-
The Goonies?
I saw the Goonies. It was all right.
Remember the Titans? You've seen that?
No.
oh. How about
Oh,
Hoosiers?
see,
How about
I'm not the
Hoosiers?
biggest movie guy. Like I'm a
How about
sports guy.
Hoosiers?
I'm not the biggest movie guy.
It's a movie about sports.
I know, but if you are, it's
No.
you know, I don't need to see it.
Cal,
I can read the
Have
Wikipedia.
Have you seen The
This
Blind
white
Side?
quarterback steps on the
No, I've
field,
never seen it.
throws a ball 50 yards, and hits a guy dead in the back, and he's now the starting quarterback.
Time to make this man a list. Yeah, Edge of Greatness Project. It's going to have to be like Santa's scroll. We're going to have to.
Yes.
It's going to be miles long. Oh my God.
Have you
I'm
seen any of
embarrassed
the
for you.
How about the Rocky movies?
Yeah,
you
Rocky
seen the
4,
Rockies?
man. Rocky 4 takes place on Christmas Day. He fights
Yes,
Rusty Chicago for
yes,
no
yes,
money.
exactly.
And he's remember that Ricky Entertainment, Rube, when Sharman Shah, now Kareem Abdul-Jabbar does the
Oh,
impersonation.
so good. Okay, AC was is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
Absolutely, Christmas at Hollis, first song.
Yeah, that's true. Jim Scarano.
I'm the only one that doesn't think this is a Christmas movie.
Yeah,
Figures.
it's a
Well,
Christmas. movie.
you're not the only one. Chalice doesn't even have an opinion.
He never saw it. Chalice, you're going to agree with me. Just agree on the fact he didn't.
Okay, so I guess we'll ask Chalice because he's probably
That
seen
happened
maybe
July
one movie in his whole
4th.
life.
This
No,
could have
I've seen
happened
movies.
any
I like
single
scary
holiday, and it
movies.
still would have been the same movie. It still would have
Okay,
been the
Charles
same.
Wallace, and I'm assuming you're just going to say like the Muppet Christmas movie or something. Her name is Chastity. Says Die Hard is a Christmas movie. Chalice, what is your favorite Christmas movie if you even have one, if you've ever seen one, and what's your favorite scene from it?
Office Christmas Party.
That's a good one.
So it's a recent movie.
Yeah, it's a recent movie.
It's
My favorite
decent.
scene is when oh man, my favorite scene is when they get the guys. I haven't seen it this year yet. Last time I
The
saw it was last
African
year. But
American
they get,
flies down the chandelier and crashes. That's the best.
no,
scene.
they get the one guy there. They get the one older guy there, and they accidentally have him do cocaine, and it's just the
That's
funniest thing.
that's the funniest thing.
Okay. Sub 60, what's your favorite Christmas movie?
Christmas Vacation.
Favorite scene?
Lampoon's- Oh God, the whole movie is that allowed?
No.
How about where the couple, the next door couple is, he turns on the lights and they slide down and they fall down the steps.
Oh, yeah, with Sarah
And
Louise
yes,
Dreyfus.
yes, and it's like, I know it, but first it starts with the whole ice shooting through. I don't know, Margot. Why is it all odd? So yes, love Christmas.
Chalice, have you seen that movie?
No.
Jeez.
I am muting him. He's a
Yeah.
We have to talk to
Just to break this bad vibe of chaliceness right now, contest time. I want anyone to tell me what year, what year did AC and I play at UCLA in a bowl game in Hawaii? Who did we play? So what year? Who did we play? And what was the bowl game called? Anyone that can name those three, what year, what was the bowl game called, and who did we play? I mentioned it about 4 times on the show. The first person to type it in, sub 60 is going to be checking, I guess, whatever he does back there. Okay. First person, year, the bowl game, and who did we play? I said it about 3 different times. Who did we play, year, and what was the bowl game called? Judge, your favorite Christmas movie is really Die Hard?
Yeah, but I'm typing in those answers right now to win a mug.
Judge, you can order one through us. We'll get you
Okay.
one.
And so, okay, Judge, Die Hard's your favorite Christmas movie. What's your favorite scene?
When the elevator opens and the dead guy's in a chair and his shirt says, "Now I've got a machine gun." Ho, ho, ho. How can that not be a Christmas?
Yeah, that is great.
That's pretty good. All right, Jim Scarano, what's your favorite Christmas movie and favorite scene?
I can tell you that it is not Die Hard because that's not a Christmas movie. So I have two, a modern day one. Rubio, I think we talked about this week. 4 Christmases.
Hold on. Edge of Greatness Project. Got it. 1995 Aloha Bowl against Kansas. Give it up for Edge of Greatness Project.
Winner, chicken dinner.
Edge of Greatness actually. I'm going to Edge of Greatness Project. Email me your address to ngbntved@gmail.com, and we will get that out to you.
Sub 60, can you type in your email address so people can see it on this little thing?
Oh, he can't. Hold on. I can't. We've got to dispute
win.
here.
Why not? Why can't he win? No fair. Why is it not fair?
Because he's probably on Slack.
Part of the organization. So can I tell you about my favorite Christmas movie?
Oh, it's Charles Schultz. It's Charles Schultz.
Oh, yeah.
All right. So Rubio, I watched 4 Christmases right before the show because I could watch it over and over again. I think it's hilarious. And by far the favorite scene is the live nativity when they're in the very evangelical church. Okay. What's his name is the Reverend.
Vince Vaughn. Dwight Yoakam.
Yoakam, yeah. So anyway, Vince Vaughn, and they go up there, and he like steals the show because she can't swaddle the baby. Woman, swaddle that baby. So that's my my modern day one. But the Christmas Story where he dares him, double dog dares him to put his tongue on the flagpole. That Charles Wallace, you better step up.
Yeah, this is embarrassing, Charles. You've got like 5 days left of December.
Movies. I like horror movies.
Well, they got a bunch of Santa horror movies now.
Christmas,
yeah, Bad Santa, Santa Death March.
No, can't you do Krampus?
That sucked.
Krampus
was horrible.
All right, AC, what's your favorite Christmas movie and favorite scene?
I got 1A and 1B, man. Christmas Story and Trading Places. So Christmas Story, my favorite scene is the scene when Ralphie just had enough, and the bully's just like, you go cry to your mommy, and then Ralphie just loses it and pummels him, and his mom has to come, and then he cradles himself into mom's arms, and then she doesn't snitch him out to dad, so he doesn't get the soap in his mouth. Yes. Trading Places, Eddie Murphy, Dan Aykroyd, several scenes, the Christmas scenes where Dan Aykroyd, And Eddie Murphy is, accusing him of being the drug dealer. When Eddie Murphy was in prison and he had explained to the guys why he shouldn't be messed with in prison because he's a karate man. Karate man bleeds on the inside, not on the outside. But you're a big, very white looking dude, so you don't know that. You said your money was in the limousine with the gun. He said, "Yeah, what is he, ignorant?" And then my favorite part is the very end where he says, "Looking good, Billy Ray," and he says, "Feeling good, Louis."
Billy Ray.
There you go.
I thought you were going to say the Jamie Lee Curtis scene.
New sheriff in town.
There's a new sheriff in town. His name is Billy Ray Valentine. No, Jamie Lee Curtis was as a young boy.
Yes.
She was a smoke show.
She definitely caught our eyes.
Yeah.
Rubio,
I'm going to have to agree.
She had the answer, but she had the year wrong.
Nanamona had it wrong.
Yeah.
But we already got it. My favorite scene in a Christmas movie right now is with 4 Christmases, and the same exact scene as Jim. But my wife makes fun of me because the whole scene, the guy takes over, he goes to the front of the stage, he gets back and he goes into the crowd and he starts clapping with himself and he's just overruns the whole show. And my wife Jolie looks and goes, that's not funny. And I go, wow, how is that not funny? She goes, her quote was, because that's something you would do, ass. And I go, yes, yeah. And I thought, yeah, that is actually something I would do. She goes, okay. All right, Sub 60 Ed, this was a phenomenal show. We thank everyone that was watching on YouTube, Facebook, LinkedIn, of course, NGBN.TV. Once again, make sure you go check out NGBN.TV. There is about 30 shows on there. You've got AC Sports Live. You got Gridiron to Goalpost. You got the Ryder Chevy Nasty Bear Essentials. There's so many out there right now. And there's something for everyone, I promise you. And don't forget, of course, there's a great one called the Rubio Method with some guy named Rubio. He's wearing a fancy yellow sweatshirt. Sub 60 Ed, who is the winner? If you give it to Chalice, I'm throwing something at my camera right now.
You know what? I am going to give it to Chalice just because he had the cojones to sit there and say that he didn't know all the Christmas movies. I mean, I have your father's going to get a talking to because I don't know.
He doesn't like Christmas movies either.
Well, that's he's not on the show though. He has to have. What is your problem? Get that look off your face.
Which one?
I'm disgusted with your pick.
I know you are. That's why I was going to pick you. I was this close to picking you. See how small that is?
Yes. You're lobbing it up for me at this point.
I know I am.
3-0 pick, baby. Just
Hold on.
We get NGBN Network.
Hold on. Wait.
Oh. AC is the winner,
Yeah,
Gloria.
I agree.
Doesn't matter. Go to the judges' scorecards.
Yes.
Democracy.
Yes,
This is a democracy.
But actually, Gloria.
Little Ed is not a dictator.
Actually, Gloria has just brought up something interesting, though. Maybe we start leaving it up to all of the people commenting to choose
Start
the
next
panelists.
episode.
No, right.
Yes,
next episode.
we can do that. Start next episode. We can do that.
But Chris Rubio is not allowed to be chosen.
Is he ever?
I guess. Whatever. All right. From all of us at the NGBN.TV network, we wish you a Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. Be safe out there. Use Uber. Do not, if you've had too many drinks, go out and drive and have a good time. Just get someone to drive for you guys. Cheers.
Yep. Cheers. And we'll see you in 2 weeks.
Thanks for watching Decades on the NGBN.TV network. Be sure to spread the word and don't forget to subscribe, like,